Take one more, just like that. Big inhale fills you up. Big exhale, maybe sigh it out. And on your next inhale, rise. So start to feel out any little nooks and crannies, any kinks this morning, maybe in the shoulders and the neck. And then start to take your cat-cows. Sync up with your breath. As you inhale, you drop the belly, lift the chest. And as you exhale, you round through the spine, maybe look towards your belly button. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, lift the chest. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round out. Take 2 to 3 more cat-cows with your breath, slowly waking up the spine, waking up the body. And then once you complete your 2 to 3 cat-cows, curl the toes under and lift the kneecaps off the ground just 1 to 2 inches. So immediately we hug everything into the midline. Feel a little bit of an external rotation in the shoulders, the elbows, belly button to spine, Uddiyana Bandha. Breathe. Long inhale, you fill up. Your exhale grounds you. One more big inhale, fill up the most. And on your exhale, peel the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out your feet, shake your head, yes, no. Create some natural movement here that allows you to land even more further in your body. And then once you have created all this nice, yummy movements, return back to stillness. So stay in your downward facing dog for one more big inhale. You fill up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, roll into a high plank, top of the push-up, pause. Hug your lower ribs together. Maybe you even feel like you are drawing your palms closer towards your heels, just energetically speaking. Big inhale, fill up. And slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Exhale. Take your fingertips off to the sides of your mat. So you're taking a bit of a wider pose here. Perfect. On your inhale, come up onto the fingertips, baby cobra rise. And then exhale, release. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, from the fingertips, you rise. Exhale, let go. 1 more, feel that space in the shoulders and the chest. Inhale, exhale, let go. Plant the palms, curl the toes under, press it up, high plank, and then send it back downward facing dog. Peek between the palms and begin to tiptoe the feet to meet the palms at the front of the mat. Hang in a ragdoll, forward fold. So your feet come hip width distance. Bend your knees generously and then maybe even clasp opposite elbows. Start to sway from side to side. Drop the crown of the head towards the ground. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe again, shake your head, yes, no. The neck is always stuck in the morning, I find. And then drop the palms, slowly roll all the way up to stand, mountain pose, 1 breath at a time. Take your time here, keep it slow. Roll the shoulder blades forward, up and back, mountain pose, palms come to the side, pause. Maybe you close your eyes quietly, set an intention for your practice. And then on your next inhale, sweep the fingertips up, mountain pose, reach up, lengthen through the sideways. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, plant the palms, step it back, high plank, pause. Hold here for a second. Shift the shoulders over the wrists. And then exhale, chaturanga, lower down halfway. Inhale, sweep it up, upward facing dog. And exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Take it slow for the first couple ones. We always like to rush into our sun A's. They're exciting, they're fun. On your next inhale, fill up, lift the heels. Exhale, drop the heels even lower. One more inhale, fills up to the belly. And your exhale sends you forward, feet to hands, travel. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise. Exhale, fold tight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Sweep it up. Send it back. 2 breaths. Start to create a louder breath. One more inhale, fill up. And exhale, travel feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, fold tight. Inhale, mountain pose, you rise. Exhale, swan dive, maybe over the legs, release. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chaturanga, maybe you step it back to low plank. Sweep it up, up dog. Send it back, down dog. 1 breath in. Exhale, feet to hands, step, hop, or jump to the front. Inhale, you lengthen, exhale, fold. Root to rise with your inhale, and with your exhale, fold tighter. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, float. Inhale, up, exhale, down. 1 breath in, exhale, travel, feet to hands. You lengthen, fold. Mountain rise up tall, exhale, fold down low. Inhale, halfway, exhale, plant the palms, chaturanga, picking up speed, go there. In your down dog, skip the breath, feet to hands, go there. Lengthen, fold. Root to rise, fold tight. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, chaturanga. Jump, step it back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Skip the breath, feet to hands, keep going. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Root to rise, start to pick up at your own speed. Take your 3 more sun A's. Lengthening, flowing. Literally saluting the sun as it rises this morning. Take your 3 sun A's or more with your breath. And then when you are done, meet me in a high plank. Whenever I say that, makes people go a little slower. But keep going, I promise. It won't be that long in your high plank. So in your high plank, pause. Grip into your fingertips as if I were gonna go around and try to lift up your fingertips, I wouldn't be able to. So fingertips are really gripping into the mat. Puff up through the shoulder blades here so you push the mat away from you. Inhale, lift your right heel up, 3-legged plank. So you keep your toes dialed down, 3-legged plank. Again, hugging into the midline here. Inhale, lift that heel up a little bit higher. And then exhale, step it forward, lizard lunge, right side. So your right foot comes to the outside of the right hand. Drop the back knee, uncurl the back toes. Take it easy right now, just shifting from side to side, opening out through the hips. Maybe you take some circles here. 1 more inhale, fill up. And then exhale, send it back, half splits. Front foot flexes towards the face. Big inhale, fill up. And on your exhale, roll over that front foot, curl the back toes under, step it back, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, again, roll into high plank, top of a push-up, pause. Lift the left heel up high this time. Keep the toes dialed. Then inhale, engage your left glute to kick that left heel up higher. And exhale, step forward, lizard lunge, left side. Again, drop the back knee for this one. We will come back to a more active one, I promise. Again, shift from side to side, forward, back. Get comfy in your body and your hips. And then send it back, half splits. Stay active in the toes and the feet. Inhale, think halfway lift. And on your exhale, roll over the top foot, step it back, high plank. And then really quickly, I want to break down your chaturanga arms because it's really important here. So in your chaturanga, you're shifting the weight beyond the wrists. You're lowering halfway, hugging the elbows into the midline. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. So remember those chaturanga arms. They will be useful later. Inhale, left heel comes up high. Exhale, step it forward, warrior one, rise. Oh, I said left, didn't I? That's all right, we'll do the other side. So plug that left shoulder back in space. Ground down through the knife's edge of the back foot. Relax the shoulders down. Bring your hands behind your low back. Inhale, puff up, proud warrior. And then exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Drawing the palms closer to the front of the room. Big inhale fills you up. And your exhale brings you back, warrior one, right? Really look up between the palms, create expansion through the chest, inhale, and then exhale, plant the palms, vinyasa, flow, you go. Send it back, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one, you rise, step it forward. Rib cage squares off. Draw your palms back in space. And then clasp behind the low back. Inhale, puff up big. Exhale, proud, humble warrior. Make sure that you're grounding down through the knife's edge of the back foot here, really drawing up energy through that back inner thigh. One more long inhale, fills you up big. Exhale, sends you back up, warrior one, rise up strong. Create a little expansion through the chest, maybe peek up and back on your inhale. And on your exhale, plant the palms. Take a vinyasa, remember your chaturanga arms. Pause in your downward facing dog. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, feet to hands, travel. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, pause. Bring your toes to touch today in your chair pose. Lengthen the tailbone under. Lift the chest. And then breathe. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. One more inhale. And then exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take a chaturanga or a down dog. Inhale, lift. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Right side, step it through, warrior one, you rise. Inhale, rise. Exhale, flow. Plant the palms, step it back. Up dog, down dog. Left side, warrior one, just step it through. You rise with your inhale. Exhale, hit the mat, flow low. Use your breath to guide your movements. Pause in your downward facing dog. Big inhale, fill up. Exhale, stay here. One more inhale, big to the belly, fill up. And exhale, travel feet to hands. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, chair pose. You sit really low. Exhale, fold tight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, send it back, vinyasa. Up dog, down dog. Right side, just step it through, warrior one, you rise. Exhale, you flow down low. And from your down dog, left side, warrior one, you rise with your inhale. Exhale, you flow strong. Pause in your down dog, inhale, fill up. Exhale, let go. And then on empty lungs, travel feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, fold tight. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, flow chaturanga. Remember, hug the elbows in. Up dog, down dog. Immediately left side, right side, warrior one. I want to do the left side so much today. Right side, warrior one, you rise up strong. And then exhale, flow down low. Start to pick up that speed. Start to get into your breath and into some sort of rhythm. Left side, warrior one, you rise up tall now. Exhale, you flow down low. Sweep it up, inhale. Send it back, exhale. Skip the breath, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, mountain, sweep it up. Exhale, fold even tighter. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, you flow chaturanga. From your core, step it forward. Right side, warrior one, you rise. Exhale, flow. Sweep it up. Send it back. Left side, warrior one, you rise with your inhale. Exhale, you hit the mat. Keep going from right to left. Warrior ones with or without a chaturanga in between. Without a chaturanga, you could go to down dog and then continue to step it forward. But keep going. Don't worry about how many. I want you to just use this time to invite heat into the body. Fiery breath, fiery movements. So just keep stepping it left to right. Warrior ones, rise, chaturanga. For 10 more breaths. For 9 more breaths. Maybe pick up the speed, 8 more breaths. 7. For 6 more. 5. 4. 3. 2. And then take your last one. Take a resting pose or an inversion of your choice. So it could look like a forward fold at the back of your mat or a down dog, or if you're feeling spicy, a headstand. You have 5 breaths to rest, to play. Can you hear me all right on Zoom, by the way? I just want to make sure. You have 3 more breaths. Create the biggest breaths you've created all day. And take 1 more, just like that. Long exhale, let it go. On your inhale, peel up into a downward facing dog. So press the palms, lift the hips up and back. On your next inhale, three-legged dog, right side, right heel rises up. Start by keeping the toes dialed down and then bend the knee, open out the hip. Try and point your knee towards the ceiling. So it's a simultaneous lift and open. And then you can stay here pressing down evenly through both palms, or you can flip out your dog. If you're flipping over, ground down through the heels to lift the hips up high. Reach towards the front of the room. Inhale, you fill up. As you exhale, flip back over, come onto the outside edge of the right foot, open out, side plank to the left side of the room. So you're lifting your hips up high by squeezing through those right obliques. Maybe you gaze up to your top fingertip, float that top foot a little bit off the ground, inhale in. Exhale, step that left foot forward, open out, warrior two to the right side of the room. So you're in your left warrior two. Take some inventory, some feedback for the body. Where do you want to go? Do you want to get a little bit deeper? Do you want to feel a little bit stronger here, more foundational? One more inhale, fill up. Exhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior, send it back. Crawl your right fingertips down the right leg. One more inhale, you reach back the most. And on your exhale, send it forward. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, left side. Flex heavily through the back foot. A block is really great here to bring the earth up to you. Gives you some more space to grow this pose. Big inhale, fill up. And on your exhale, softly step back, land an extended side angle on the left side. So left elbow comes over the left knee. And you reach towards me at the front of the room. You can stay here, or you can drop the left palm. Just stay light on the fingertips. With every exhale, you plug that right shoulder back in space slightly. Good job, Chris. Inhale, fill up. And on your exhale, straighten that left knee, Trikonasana, triangle pose, left side. Begin to draw your shoulder blades to the center of the back. Again, a block here is really useful. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Gaze up to the top palm, inhale. And then exhale, plant the palms at the front of the mat. Take a vinyasa, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Three-legged dog, left side, left heel comes up high. Again, you ground down evenly through the palms, and then you bend the knee, open out the hip, try and point that left knee now towards the ceiling, and then stay here or up and over flip dog. Again, you ground down through the heels to lift the hips up even higher, protect that low back, big inhale. And then on your exhale, come onto the outside edge, flip back over, outside edge of the left foot this time, side plank up and over to the right side of the room. Again, really consciously engaging your obliques to lift those hips. Again, maybe play with floating that top foot up slightly. Inhale, big inhale. And then exhale, step the right foot forward, warrior two, right side. Doesn't matter how gracefully or not you got here today, you're here, I promise. Start to crawl your front toes forward a little bit if you feel like you can, and then sink into that front knee. Gaze over the front fingertips. Arms are in line with each other here. Perfect. And inhale, flip the palm, reverse your warrior, send it back. And then on your exhale, launch it forward, half moon, right side. Really press into the ground with all four corners of your right standing foot. And then when that foundation is strong, you can feel almost like a lift that comes up through the inner arch of the standing foot, through the hips, through the core, through the fingertips. One more inhale, fill up. And as you exhale, step it back, take extended side angle, right side. Start in the more basic part of the posture, right? And then begin to travel into your variation, into your bind. You can play with wrapping one hand behind the back and then reaching for the other one. Take 3 breaths. One more big inhale in, come back to extended side angle. And on your exhale, extend the right knee, reach forward, and then down, Trikonasana, right side. See if you can stack the hips here. So tuck that right butt cheek under. Gaze up towards the top palm. Big inhale, you fill up. And on your exhale, plant the palms, take a vinyasa. Pause in your downward facing dog. And let's take a big breath. Inhale, fill up the most today. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. On your next inhale, 3-legged dog, lift the right heel up high. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Feel you're shifting forward with the shoulders. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to right elbow or right tricep. Pause. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Flex the foot. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. And 1. Step it forward. Rise, crescent lunge. Back heel comes over back toes. You can always drop the knee and come into a low lunge. That's always possible here. Drop the shoulder blades down in space. And then bring your hands to heart center. Twist over to the right side of the room. Feel your back hip drop back in space. And then press into that left elbow so that you can twist open even more. Stay here, spread your wings, take a variation. One more inhale, fill up. And then exhale, come back to center, crescent lunge. Step the back foot forward, hands come to heart center one more time as we twist over now to the left side of the room. The right elbow hooks to the outside of the left knee. Again, you can stay here or you can spread your wings. Sit a little lower. Big inhale, you fill up. And on your exhale, release, forward fold at the top of your mat. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. Bend your knees generously. Wrap your peace fingers around your big toes and fold. So just allowing the crown of the head here to become so heavy. Take one more big inhale, fill up. And then on your exhale, Malasana, deep prayer squat, sit low. You might need a toe heel out a little bit more here. Bring your hands to heart center. Start to press into the knees with the elbows and then the knees into the elbows. Again, you lengthen the tailbone under. And then let's play with crow. So if you have your blocks today and you are not familiar with crow, this is going to be really helpful. So bring your blocks under the palms. Or if you have your crow, just start going into it. So if you're in Malasana, start to lift the hips and shift the knees to the tops of the elbows. Okay. And then you can stay here with your toes on the ground, right? But as you can see, my arms are in those chaturanga arms. And then you can play with lifting one toe and then the next. But take your time here. For 3 breaths. I love it. It's all so good. Really hug the belly button in and up. 2 breaths. And then one more inhale, fill up. Exhale, shoot it back, chaturanga. Ugh, I don't know why I did that with you when I said it at the same time. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Big inhale, lift the left heel up high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back strong. Exhale, knee to right elbow, twist it over. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow, left tricep. Inhale, 3-legged dog, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose, hold for 3. Hold for 2. Flex the foot for 1, and then step forward, crescent lunge, you rise. Hug the inner thighs in to midline. You come up on the back heel, back toes. So the back heel is over the back toes. That's what I meant to say. And then maybe you play with crawling that front foot forward a little bit more, lengthen. Hands to heart center, twist over to the left side. So hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Sometimes I like to make my top hand a fist and I like punch into my bottom hand. That like helps me to twist open even more. Just feel like your bottom rib cage is trying to look at the ceiling. One more, inhale, fill up. Exhale, gently come back to center, crescent lunge, reach the fingertips up high. And then on your exhale, step the back foot forward, chair pose, hands to heart center, twist over to the right side of the room. Slightly draw your left knee back so that they're in line, and then sit a little lower. Plug your right shoulder back in space. Long inhale, fill up. And on your exhale, forward fold. Feet are hip width once more time. And then bring the palms under the soles of the feet, bending your knees as generously as you need to here. And then once you've accessed this pose, start to straighten the knees. Lengthen through the backs of the legs. Big inhale, you fill up. And exhale, come back down, Malasana, deep prayer squat. And we try crow number 2. So notice and give yourself feedback for what you could have done in the first one during this one, right? We have 2 chances for a reason. So go into your crow as you lift the hips up, feel that shifting and that chaturanga arms as you hug the elbows into the center. Belly button sucks up towards the spine. Go for it. Play for 5, for 4. Push the ground away from you, 3, for 2, and 1. Send it back, Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a pause. On your next inhale, come into a high plank, top of a push-up. Pause. Lift the right heel, 3-legged plank. Again, lift it a little higher. Maybe you play with lifting the left palm. And then when you're ready, drop both palms. Step the right foot forward, lizard lunge, right side. So like I said, we're gonna play with the arm balance of flying lizard today. So it really helps for me personally to put my hands on blocks, but it's up to you. So in your lizard, keep the back toes curled under, back knee is lifted. Start to bend the arms like chaturanga arms. And see if you can start bringing your right shoulder under the right knee, okay? You might stop there. That's totally fine. If you feel good, then you're going to bring your left or your right toes off the ground slightly. So again, you can see I'm squeezing into the center, chaturanga. And then if you feel good there, you lift the back toes. But stay wherever it feels like you are being challenged and where you can grow. Play on your hands, play in lizard for 3 breaths. For 2 breaths. 1 more big inhale. And then on your exhale, come back to regular lizard and then send it back half split. Great job. Flex those right toes towards your face. And then you can stay in your half split or you can come into a full split. Again, your blocks are there to prop the earth up under you, or you can put them under your palms again. Go ahead and take 4 breaths. As you inhale, you think halfway lift. And as you exhale, you think forward fold. If you are in a full split, come back to your half splits. And then go ahead, roll over the front toes, plant the palms, curl the back toes under, and pop up pyramid pose right side. So a shorter and wider stance. Your feet are pointing to 12 o'clock. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twisted triangle, twist over to the right side of the room. So you can ground down through that left palm here to twist up and over, facing the right side. Maybe you gaze up to your top palm. Big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back to pyramid pose. Shift the weight into the front foot, standing split. You have a couple breaths here to just journey into your standing splits or jump into some handstand hops. Take your time. Maybe you wrap one hand around the ankle, then the other. 2 more breaths. 1 more big inhale fills you up. And then slowly on your exhale, come up to stand, but keep that left foot hovering. So like you're still balancing on your right. and come into tree pose, left side. So yeah, tree pose on the left side. Hug into your midline. So press your foot into your leg and then your leg into your foot. Feel lengthening in the tailbone. Point your hip bones towards the ceiling. Maybe you grow your branches. And then maybe you start to hinge back at the weights. Drop the shoulders, fall out of it, come back in. Play for 3. Play for 2. And then on your last one, where am I? Go ahead and exhale, release the foot, let it go, shake it up. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep it up. Exhale, fold tight. Inhale, lengthen out long. Exhale, take a vinyasa, high, low plank, take it slow. Sweep it up, up dog. Send it back, down dog. On your next inhale, you roll into high plank, top of a push-up, and pause. 3-legged plank, left side, lift the left heel. Really engage that left glute. So you're still in a high plank here, high plank, 3-legged plank. One more inhale, fill up. Exhale, step the left foot forward, lizard lunge, left side. So stay up on the back toes. And again, you always have your blocks here to get you a little bit more space. So you can stay in your lizard, start to guide your left shoulder under the left knee. And then if you want to journey into flying lizard, again, the key are your chaturanga arms. So as you start to shift your weight forward and lift that front foot, you're pressing the ground away from you. Play on your hands or just play with trying to get that shoulder under. For 3 more. For 2 more. And then on your last one, drop the back knee, half split left side. You can stay here or you can take your full split. If you're coming into full split, just be mindful that your hips are in line. And you can do this by looking over your left shoulder. This helps to draw your right hip forward. Take a couple more breaths. Breathe into the hamstrings. Keep that left toe active. If you're in a full split, you can slowly come back to your half splits. Curl the back toes under and then pop up pyramid pose left side. Start to shift your weight into your left foot. Oh no, we have to do twisted triangle. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. I almost forgot. Exhale, twist your triangle over to the left side of the room. So again, your block is really useful here, especially for this pose. Lift the rib cage. Inhale, gaze up to your palm. And then exhale, come back, pyramid pose. Now begin to shift your weight into your front foot and come into standing split on the left side. So again, your blocks are really helpful here to bring the earth up to you. Maybe you start to let go of one hand and wrap that hand around your ankle. You play with shifting your weight into your toes. And then you ground down through the heel. Take one more long inhale, fill up. And then slowly come up to stand. Keep that right foot covering as much as you can to come into tree pose, right side. So you can do a kickstand on the calf, on the thigh. It's all the same, I promise. Again, you can grow the branches, drop the shoulders, shine the hip points towards the ceiling. We fall out of it, we come back in. Play for 3. Play for 2. And then 1, release, forward fold, shake it out. On your inhale, lift up halfway. And on your exhale, plant the palms, step it back, high to low plank vinyasa. Take a peek between your palms, and then you can step, jump, or hop, all the things, through to laying on your back. Set up for 2 back bends of your choice. So you have bridge or full wheel. So either just lifting the hips up off the ground and bridge, or you can bring your palms to the sides of your ears and lift up full wheel. Up to you. Set it up. Show up for what you came for here today. And then on your next inhale, go for it. So you're either in your bridge or in your full wheel. Either way, you are pressing the ground away from you. So really push the ground away from you, ground down through the heels to lift up through the hips. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Tuck the chin, slowly come all the way back to the back. Set it up for back bend number 2, bridge or full wheel. On your next inhale, you rise. For 7, push the ground away from you. 5, hips up high for 4. For 3, you ground down to rise up for 2. And 1, tuck the chin, slowly lower. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet come to touch, knees out wide. So left hand comes over the belly, right hand over, well, I meant the left hand over the belly, right hand over the heart. So allow gravity here to do the work. Breathe evenly into both palms. Take a happy baby here. So grab the outside edges of the feet. Literally like a happy baby. You're just grabbing the outside edges of the feet, drawing the knees closer to the ground, to the armpits. You can kick from side to side. Straighten out both legs if that feels good on the hammies. And then when you're ready, go ahead and rock and roll up the length of your mat and meet me in a downward facing dog. You can also take a vinyasa, up to you. Vinyasa to down dog or down dog. On your next inhale, 3-legged dog on the right side, lift the right heel. And on your exhale, come through half pigeon on the right side. So start to crawl your toes over to the blank wall. Keep the shin parallel. Again, a block here, super useful for under the hips. And then once you're sitting nice and tall on top of the hips, start to drop the elbows, the forearms, and release. So I've been thinking a lot about feedback lately, and you probably heard me say a couple times, like, give yourself feedback. What do you want to change the next time you go about it? And that's because I've been getting a lot of amazing feedback from other teachers here, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean all good, right? To me, the best type of feedback is the one that helps us grow. And I can definitely say that I was not always that way. I wasn't always somebody who took feedback and was excited about making those changes. At some point, I thought it meant that I was doing something wrong. The moment I let go of that way of thinking was the moment that I got out of my own way in order to grow into a teacher, into an educator. And I would never have been able to do that if I wasn't able to take that feedback and embrace it. So where can you give yourself some feedback every day? And that doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It just means that you've noticed something. It just means that you care enough to notice and to grow from that. It's both in your practice, but I can tell, right, in everyone's lives, we have every single opportunity to grow from it. Take 3 more breaths. One more big inhale fills you up. And then on your exhale, press into your palms, lift the chest, take a quad stretch, reach for the back foot. And then release, press back into a downward facing dog, take the counter stretch on this side. Drop the back foot. Then lift the left heel up high, set up for half pigeon on the left side. Again, see if you can bring your shin parallel as much as possible to the front of the room. And then you drop the elbows, forehead. Breathe deeply into the hip crease. And then give yourself some grace here. With each exhale, you discover a deeper part of the posture. One more big inhale, you fill up. Big exhale, sigh it out. Again, slowly press into the palms, lift the chest, take the quad stretch on this side, reach for the back foot. And then you can release. Press into the palms, step it back, downward facing dog. Take the counter stretch and open out through the left hip here. And then go ahead and take a peek between your palms one more time, and then step, jump, hop through to seated. Extend your legs out long in front of you, flex your toes towards your face. On your inhale, sweep the fingertips up high. And then exhale, lift up and over the hips, reach towards the feet, and you land wherever you land. Just keep the spine long here. As you inhale, you think halfway lift. And as you exhale, you fold even deeper. Take another big inhale, fill up. And exhale, slowly come back to center. Tuck the tailbone under. Slowly roll all the way to laying on your back. And close out your practice however you would like today. You could take a quick shoulder stand, supine twists from left to right. Or you can just land in your Shavasana. Let go. So just let go of something now that no longer serves you. Sometimes it could even be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. It's up to you. But use these last couple of minutes to look within and let go. Take a big inhale, fill up. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can rotate the ankles and the wrists. Nod your head from side to side. And then take a big good morning stretch. Reach the fingertips up and overhead. And then roll into a fetal position on either side. Go ahead and press up, keeping your eyes closed into seated facing me at the front of the room. Bring your hands to heart center. And together we will close class with one shared breath. Everyone take a big inhale, fill up. Let it out. Bring your thumb knuckles up to your third eye center. And together we bow to acknowledge ourselves and each other and say namaste. Namaste, yogis. Great job today. Great job, great job. I'm sorry if the heaters are not on. I just texted Mel about it. It didn't feel very hot in today, right? No, something must be up with them. So I apologize about that. But we will definitely get that fixed for classes later today and tomorrow. Yes, please return your blocks to the dirty shelf and we will get those sanitized for everybody's use. If you have any questions, feedback for me, please let me know. And I will see y'all around. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Chris, we failed you with your sweat today. I don't know what's up, man. What's up? You'll have to use the car here either. Find a sauna, I don't know, huh? I think you jinxed it by wanting to sweat. I'm kidding. So strange.